Lammas Day is almost upon us. Do you know what that means? It means summer is almost done. Lammas is actually one of the first of the 3 harvest festivals that we go through. This time, we're harvesting grains. Corn, wheat, barley, things like that. Always exciting because I love some fresh buttery cornbread, corn on the cob, corn salad, corn relish. There's a whole bunch of things that you can do. Lammas comes from an old word meaning loaf mass. This is when they harvested the first of the grains and they would make it into bread. And then to be thankful for a really good harvest, they would take the bread into the churches to be blessed, and then everybody would share them in a part of a feast and celebrate the first harvest festival of the year. So, how do you think you might celebrate Lammas? I know how I am. Nothing beats a nice pan of fresh cornbread with some nice homemade butter melting into it, maybe a little bit of honey on top. That's a traditional way of celebrating Lammas, making a loaf of homemade bread, pumpkin bread, banana bread. Do it out of a mix, work with your mom or your grandma or your aunts or somebody, and make a nice loaf of fresh homemade bread, pulling it out of the oven. Be sure to let it set for a little bit to finish cooking in the middle. And then pat some nice, creamy homemade butter. Santa likes that almost as much as milk and cookies. But my favorite part about Lammas is the little party we have at the North Pole with the reindeer and the elves enjoying all that fresh baked bread that everyone is competing to see who has the best one. I gotta tell you something. Picking out the best loaf of bread is like picking out my favorite elf or my favorite reindeer. I just can't do it. They're all so good. Why don't you add yours to the list?